everybody and welcome back to my channel. Thought because I had a minute to spare I would come on here and film a Q&A video for you guys. I'm actually on my 1 week off for study, so it's my study leave, and I thought I would just have a bit of a break and film a little bit for you guys, put some makeup on, look a little bit decent for a little while, and film a video just to change up the pace a little bit. I have been sort of studying constantly in the past few days, you know, doing an hour lecture every sort of hour or so, and doing like 10 lectures a day, so I'm quite behind on study. That's basically why I'm cramming it all in now, but I need a breather. So here I am, and there you are. Let us get onto the video, and today I am filming my Q&A that I promised you guys a long time ago, and I do apologize for the wait. So if you sent me a question, stay tuned because I may have answered it. And if you didn't know already, this is probably my first sit down video of my new bangs. Yes, I got new hair, not new hair as in this was all my real hair, but I did get a fringe. If you watch my Vlogtober series, you would know that I did this in October, so it's a while now, but I did cut it myself. So if you want a video on this hair and sort of my hair transformation, really boring, but if you want a video on that, let me know. A lot of people have been asking me about my cut and my colour, all of which I've done myself, so it's hard to really, you know, explain what you would ask for when you go to see, you know, your hairdresser. But if you want a video on that, let me know. But before I start, and I've already been rambling for quite a while, but before I start, if you haven't subscribed to this channel already, please go ahead and do so, and hit that thumbs up button because I like it and you guys should. I don't know why you wouldn't. So let's do this. Let's answer the questions that you have sent me many moons ago. A lot of you guys probably don't even remember any of the questions that you sent me, so this is fun. First question is from Angie. So she said this question on the 21st of September, which is 2 months ago. Angie asks, June, how do you keep your style fresh? Who is your style inspiration? I've answered this several times before as well on my previous sort of Q&A video, but honestly my style inspiration are people that I follow on Instagram, so mainly bloggers, but I do really love Olivia Palermo. She is my style icon. I also really love Sincerely Jules. Sometimes she has more of a boho western vibe, which I'm not into, and she does athleisure so well, I can't pull that off. But when she does more of the city looks, I really love them, and I love how she layers and just mixes casual pieces with really fun like glam pieces, so I really like that. And I also really love Lovely Pepper. I think her name's Alexandra, or she is a, what is she? She is a Spanish blogger, or she's from Barcelona, so yeah, I think she's Spanish, and I love her style. I first saw her when I was looking up the Louis Vuitton Speedy 25, fell in love with her style, fell just madly in love with her blog, and yeah, she's been one of my style inspirations since. I just love how she puts her looks together, more of a polished sort of put together look that she has compared to Sincerely Jules. And another favourite of mine lately has certainly been Lizzie Hadfield. I love her style. It's very minimalist. I don't think I can pull off a lot of the stuff that she wears because she's so tall, and you know, she wears a lot of like pants that are just so complimenting that if I wore it, I just look like a potato sack. So obviously those are my style inspirations, but you have to take everyone's style with a grain of salt and, you know, inject a bit of your own flavour in there. If everyone doesn't like it but you love it, who cares? If you feel confident wearing it, go for it. So yes, style inspiration wise, I don't really have a lot in terms of like famous people, but I love blogger style. Next question. Shakira asks me, this blog post is beautiful, the setting, the lighting, the photos, the outfit, etc. Thank you. I have a question for your Q&A video. I'm guessing that you almost finished 2 years of being an intern / resident, which means you're choosing a specialty. Are you moving to Brisbane to be a part of a specialty training program? And if so, which specialty did you choose and what made you choose it? So I'm actually in my 3rd year, believe it or not, hard to believe, I know, and I'm actually currently, as we speak, a GP registrar, so I am in a GP training program. So I got into it last year, and this is still part of my hospital year because I wanted to continue doing pediatrics, or I not continue, but I wanted to have a rotation in pediatrics to be more comfortable seeing kids in the community. The reason I chose GP, primarily lifestyle. I'm not gonna lie, you know, that lifestyle appeals to me. I do not want to be in the hospital 24/7, as much as I do love it now at the moment while I'm young. I'm thinking, you know, in the future, as much as I love medicine, I don't want it to be all that I am, and I do love the busy nature of hospitals, but I don't know if sometimes I just feel like I just want to move on with my life, and you know, my life isn't just be all end all medicine. I do want to do other things with my life. So that's primarily the reason why I chose GP, because you know, you're not a millionaire when you do GP. You know, it's not the high earning sort of specialty. At the same time, I enjoyed it when I did a rotation in GP. I really love the continuity of care and seeing your patients and having that sort of time to get to know them and sort of work through you know, the medical problems with them. I just enjoyed that interactive side, and you know, you see a range of different presentations from the young to the elderly. And if I had to do a hospital career or hospital specialty, it would either be pediatrics or geriatrics. One of those sort of one of the extremes. I love old people. I love them. I love their stories. I really do love geriatrics, and I really enjoyed it, but at the same time I do really like pediatrics. So I feel like general practice, you get a bit of everything, so and plus the lifestyle, which is fantastic. So that is why I'm doing GP. Obviously, you know, things can change in between now and then, hopefully not. I kind of just want to sort of finish something and then see where life takes me after that. I hate kind of being wishy-washy, not really having direction. So yeah, I don't know, that's sort of what's going through my head right now. And yes, I'm moving to Brisbane to do GP because I got into the GP training program in Queensland. And to be honest, I'm actually pretty peeved at them because I mean, it's my fault as well, because I never organised myself well enough to sort of get a clinic practice. But okie dokies, next. Bria asked me, what made you change from the Samsung Galaxy 7? So if you guys didn't know, I have an iPhone 6s at the moment, and this is new. I should have waited like a month, 2 months later to get a brand new like S7. Anyways, doesn't matter. The reason I changed from the Samsung Galaxy S7 to the iPhone is basically because I dropped my S7 twice and it is completely smashed, and it was going to cost me $500 to fix it, whereas I could get a brand new phone free of charge from work. And yeah, that's basically it. So as part of working where I do, I get a free phone, and they paid for an iPhone for me. I could have picked a Samsung S7, but I already had that, and you know, although I love that phone, the case or the outside kills me because it is all glass, and I drop my phone maybe 5 times a day, so I'm really clumsy. And yes, you know, I could have put a case on, but that would have made it really thick, and I just wanted something a little bit different because I was sick of that phone being so fragile. Like, I dropped it once, fine, the back was smashed. I dropped it again, fine, the back was smashed some more. I dropped it the 3rd time and the front was completely broken, and when I went to sort of get a quote for repair, they said they couldn't just fix the front, they had to fix the back as well, and it was just way too fragile. I still love that phone, and I think when I get sick of the iPhone, I'm probably gonna, you know, use my own money to fix that so I can, you know, change things up a bit. But a phone's a phone. I'm not that fast, to be honest. I don't use phones for photos. I have a proper camera to do that, so I'm not really fussed, if that makes sense. Now I'm gonna go ahead and answer questions from the Instagram post that I posted 1,001 years ago again. So Maria Victoria asked me, what is your favorite LV piece? My favorite LV piece would probably have to be a bag. I'm probably gonna have to say this one. So this is my Alma BB, and I featured it recently in a video as one of those, as you know, my top 5 recommendations as a first designer piece. And the reason why I love this is because it was a present from my dear boyfriend. His name's Leon. I don't think I've ever shared that with you guys, but his name's Leon, and he bought this for me for our anniversary slash Christmas present last year, and it's come up to almost a year now. So if you guys want me to do a wear and tear slash review on this, let me know. But I think it's one of my favorites for sentimental reason, and I say that this is my favorite over my Speedy B25 because it means more to me that he bought me this, you know, rather than buying my first designer, because he didn't have to buy this for me and he saved his own money to purchase this for me. And it is just the sweetest thing when someone, you know, goes out of their way to make somebody else happy, even if to them that seems ridiculous. So like, I mean, this handbag seems ridiculous for him. He would never spend this much money on himself, on a handbag, on anything like that, but he did for me, and that is just the sweetest thing. And so this is why this is my favorite. And every other bag he gets me in the future, hey, if you're watching, listen out, I will cherish it. So that is why it is one of my favorite pieces. Alright, moving on. The Luxe Edit. How did your love for designer items begin? Honestly, I've loved designer items from the get-go. I think, you know, anyone who is into fashion would have known about Louis Vuitton. Anyone who's into fashion would have known about Chanel. But my first encounter with sort of going, oh, yes, actually I want one, definitely want one, was in Japan. If you didn't know, I am like 5-6 years out of high school. No, I'm like 10 years out of high school. I took a gap year. So a gap year is sort of when you take a year off in between high school and uni, and I actually went to Japan for 8 months to sort of study abroad, sort of improve my Japanese language and live in Japan as a Japanese exchange student. So I actually got really fluent in Japanese, if you guys didn't know. But I lived with a host family, and one of them, I had a host sister who was a bitch, by the way, but I loved her Louis Vuitton bag. She had a Louis Vuitton Speedy in a size 30, and it was just in the classic design, and she had this awesome like trench coat, a Louis Vuitton Speedy, and she just looked amazing. Like, she looked terrible, not my style at the time, but when she put that trench coat on, she wore that Speedy, she looked fabulous. And I was just like, yes, that Speedy is everything. I need one, I gotta have one, I want one when I'm older. So that was sort of my first encounter with, you know, designer items. Like, looking back, that was really what fueled my desire for one. It was only actually really recently, sort of maybe 2 years ago, that I actually got, you know, into buying it, because I never had the funds at the, you know, when I was a uni student. I didn't have a job, of course. My parents were sort of paying for everything, so it was not in my budget to be buying designer goods when my parents were paying for everything else. So I didn't have any money at the time to even think about it, but when I got my own income, and, you know, I was sort of thinking about ways to treat myself for completing internship, and I was looking into purchasing my first designer wallet, because wallets were my thing at the time. A bag seemed just way out of my budget for me, so I wanted to start off with a wallet, and then, you know, as soon as I went to Louis Vuitton to go get that wallet, I fell in love with the bags, and I sort of, yeah, fell into a deep dark hole from there. Lou Marie, will you do an updated LV slash designer collection soon? Yes, I promise I will do one soon. Sophie of Keith, hey June, what is your favorite Louis Vuitton SLG, and can you please film an SLG collection video? I would love to see your collection. Believe it or not, honey, I've already filmed that SLG collection video. I've even edited it, but I just have not uploaded it yet. So my favorite SLG would have to be this thing. I am part of that bandwagon that just absolutely loves this thing. I love it when you have a pop of, you know, Louis Vuitton in your sort of handbag or whatever, and this little dinky piece is the cutest thing. I love holding it, I love putting it in my bag, I love, you know, stuffing it with everything. It's just amazing. I love it. Definitely my favorite SLG of all time. Yeah, my go-to. I would never get rid of this ever in my collection, ever, I don't think, no. So yeah, that's my favourite SLG. Ash B, what would be your most sentimental purchase designer stuff wise? So in terms of my own purchase, I think I've sort of gone over this many times, but it would definitely have to be my Speedy 30, because it is my first designer handbag, and also I bought it because I had completed internship. So yeah, this is my most sentimental purchase. Yeah. Next question. Mrs. NVS, what camera do you film with? At this present time, I am filming with an EOS 70D, and I have a 24-70mm f2.8 Tamron lens attached to it. Cat 31, what kind of doctor are you? At the moment, I am just a general resident medical officer slash GP trainee. So I am in a registered training program, which is GP trainee, which is a GPT, but I am currently a hospital resident medical officer, so I'm just a general RMO at the hospital. Bliss Roads, how is the wear and tear on your pochette metis? Honestly, it's fantastic. I did go and get this reglazed because I was starting to see glazing issues sort of 3 months in, and it wasn't ripping, it wasn't significant, but when I had the chance to sort of bring it in store, I did go and do that, because I don't live close to a Louis Vuitton store, so everything that needed to get fixed I would have to send through mail. So when I went to Brisbane, I did get it repaired, and it was free of charge because it was within the year, and since then I've had no real major issues. Not a lot of scratches, maybe just a little bit at the front, which is expected, but yeah, apart from that, no loose threads, no cracking of the canvas. You do get a bit of wear and tear here, where you just get a bit of warping of the canvas, but that's primarily because of use. I don't think you can avoid that, but in terms of the integrity of the bag, it is pretty good. If you guys want me to do an updated wear and tear or a full-on review on this, let me know and I will go ahead and do that. Just Sarah Living Life, what favourite sites for online clothes shopping? Online clothes shopping? Clothes, ASOS, Topshop, Mango. That's it, I think. That's it. That's generally it. Online clothes shopping, I'm not too adventurous with. I like to buy from places that offer free returns or good returns. Topshop, unfortunately, I can only buy from the Topshop website, because the Topshop stuff that they have here is terrible. The selection of clothes is just very, very poor, and I do love their stuff. But yeah, mostly high street stuff I like to buy from. So sometimes I buy from Dottie, Sportsgirl, Cotton On, those kind of online stores, but it's not routine that I would go there. ASOS is definitely my favourite place to go. I'm a Premier member, so that means I get free returns and free express, and it's honestly the best service ever. I've been a Premier member for 2 years in a row, and you do have to pay like $40 once a year, but it's so good. I get my money's worth in returns. I know that they're doing free returns now, so I might question whether I really need it, but it was mainly for the free returns that I did it, because I hate it when returning an item costs more than actually, you know, paying for the item, and then what you've done is just wasted your money. So yes. Who is your fashion icon? I kind of discussed this already, mainly bloggers, but in terms of icon, I love like Audrey Hepburn. I love her. She just is the epitome of just perfection. So she's definitely my style icon. Mipa loves, hey June, fellow Filipina from the US. Hi, and I love your channel. Thank you. Any tips on how you keep your closet so tidy and how you store your bags and shoes? Honestly, this is basically how I store my bags and shoes. They are not in dust bags because I like to see them, and you know, looking at them inspires me, and that's kind of what I like to do. Just use bookshelves to sort of store my bags because I like to see them, and that is how I've done it. It's really messy half the time, but I need to also have really easy access to my bags because, you know, I like to change up bags with depending on my outfit. That's half the fun of owning these bags, which is how you style them. So I like to sort of in the morning when I'm getting ready try on different bags, and that's sort of my fun for the day. And so if it's really hard to get in and out of like your bags, so you have to take them out of dust bags, you have to, it's just a mess, it's just such a hassle. So how I store my bags is where they're open, where I can see them, and they're easy to put take out and put back. Simple. Kim Jim 55, update with your interest in working in the UK. I love you so much in your vids. Thank you, doll. Do you have any plans in getting married? A favourite song at the moment / artist? Whew. Few questions there. So first one, and update with your interest in working in the UK. Not as of yet. Do you have any plans in getting married? Yeah, eventually when the time comes. At the moment, obviously my partner and I are living apart, so that is not ideal. You'd want to sort of be in the same place for a little while, but we have been together for quite a while, so we kind of know how we mesh together. But yeah, I guess it's just when he's stable and I'm stable, and we're in the same city, preferably. Okay, favorite song at the moment / artist. Honestly, my favorite song at the moment is Starboy. That song gets me going. I love that song. And also the sweetest song ever was what's that song? Oh, James Arthur, Say You Won't Let Go. Oh, obsessed with this song. Let me play it. So it came out a while ago, but I'm obsessed with this song still.
Smiled over your shoulder. For a minute I was stone cold sober. I pulled you closer to my chest, and you asked me to stay over. I said I already told you. I think that you should get some rest. I knew I loved you then. I know I needed you, but I never showed. But I wanna stay with you until we're grown old. Just say you won't let go. Just say you won't let go.
Yeah, that's that song. Love it. So sweet. Sweetest love song ever. Gonna play it at my wedding, so no one better steal it. Next song, obviously you guys know this one is Starboy, but I'm gonna play it because it's awesome.
I'm trying to put you in the worst mood. Be one cleaner than your church shoes. Really point to just to hurt you. All red lamp just to tease you.
Okay, that's enough. That's, yeah, favorite songs of the moment. Alright, Cummins asks me, where do you get your outfit ideas? Honestly, just people around me, people I follow, magazines, what I have, what fits. Honestly, just anywhere and everywhere. Heart my MJs. Love your collection. Just wanted to say hi from Southern California. Hi babe. Hi from Australia. Cat Cruise 2921. How do you treat the vachetta on your Speedy B25? I just bought one, but I'm too scared to bring it out. So that's exactly the same problem that I had when I first had my Speedy 30, when it was brand spanking new. I was so scared of using it for fear of uneven vachetta. I actually went ahead and bought Loving My Bags. I kind of test to how it's doing long term, sort of in the future. At the moment it's done pretty well. My bag's pretty even. The handles are getting a little bit darker, but it's otherwise relatively even. But yeah, I did sort of use that all over, which kind of just gave me more the courage to use it rather than doing anything, you know, significant for it. I will post a link in the info bar below to sort of a link I found to the Patina Champs technique, where she just used sort of water and you know, leaving it out in the sun to create this barrier layer. That's an option if you want, but honestly I use Loving My Bags, and then every now and then I use baby wipes to sort of clean the vachetta, because you do get dirt obviously, and it's that uneven dirt, that sort of placement of dirt that causes the uneven patina, in my opinion. And I think patina's fine for me. I love patina. It's just uneven patina that terrifies me. But I think it's doing okay so far. Next, Real Lucy L. If you drink Starbucks, what is your favorite drink? If not, what is your favorite thing to drink? So I don't often drink Starbucks because we primarily don't have one here. But when I do go into state and I go to Starbucks, my favorite thing to drink is a what is it? Caramel Frappuccino? love, love, love. That's so yummy. But it's like a cold drink. I don't drink hot drinks from Starbucks. I don't think it's that great. If not, what is your favorite thing to drink? I love coffee. Coffee is my shit. I live off of coffee. Without coffee, I would just not be the same. But if I'm not drinking coffee, my next favorite drink is lemon iced tea. Oh, so good. Especially from Nestle or Lipton. So good. The New Girl Katie. The New Girl Katie. What kind of doctor are you, and specifically what is your concentration in the medical field, and do you see yourself doing YouTube forever? So I've kind of touched on what I'm doing currently, and I don't know whether or not I'll be doing YouTube forever. It's not my career, obviously. I do have other priorities in life. I do YouTube because I enjoy sort of jumping in front of the camera and speaking to you guys and interacting with you guys and sharing with you my passion for, you know, handbags now. But so yeah, it's sort of my creative outlet, which is a little bit different to what I do every other day at work. So yes. Mandel Red, how would you describe your personal style? What is it? Should I just say cool, casual, minimal? I don't know. I'm just throwing words out there and I'm not really sure if I'm making sense. You guys should tell me what you think my style is, because I don't quite know. I just put things together, and if I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. And yeah, that's it. How did you shorten the strap on your Chanel walk? So a lot of you guys have been asking me about that on my Instagram and on my YouTube. So this is my walk and this is how I shortened it. I grabbed sort of a velvet string or any sort of a cord, and I've just sort of slipped it in between the leather and the chain and just secured it together like this. If you want a detailed video on that and also a review on my walk, because a lot of you guys have been asking that, let me know and I will go ahead and do that. Maddie, moved to Brisbane lately, so would love to know your favourite cafes or places to go. I'm so sorry, I'm not in Brisbane yet, so I do not know. KMD, love that you've been maintaining your ombre. Has your routine changed since your last hair care routine video? I almost have the same exact ombre as yours. However, I've had it cut all off because it became very damaged. Would love to know your thoughts. I miss my ombre hair sometimes. So I've been maintaining my ombre hair because I like having dimension to my hair. I don't like my hair just black because it's so boring. I like having blonde in my hair without it obviously being blonde. So do get a lot of damage with ombre sort of as it grows out, especially at the end. So I did actually cut the bottom of my hair. It used to be a lot longer, and that's why now it's got a blunt cut. And this trim actually inspired the bangs, because I really like the blunt cut and I thought some bangs would sort of pair nicely with it. So you do get a lot of damage, and that's sort of part and parcel with sort of any sort of hair color. I know there's new technology nowadays where you don't get that, but you know, I just do it myself and I use bleach and I use a toner, and that's how I achieve this look, you know, 99% of the time. So I do try to condition it every time I wash it. And you know, you can deep condition it every week. I don't have the time to do that, but what I just try to do is I don't wash my hair every single day. Sorry guys, my camera died for a bit and now I don't actually know where I'm up to. Next question, Pointer Watson, how are designer items viewed in Australia? I think a lot of people don't get it. So certainly from my sort of group of friends, I'm probably the only one who's into sort of design items or handbags, but it honestly depends, I think, on where you live. Obviously if I lived in Melbourne or Sydney, you'd see more. Living in Adelaide, it's not as much. I mean, I'd like to think that no one really cares here in Australia whether you carry a designer handbag or not, but you never really know. Dear Kat, how long did it take for you to finish medical school? I did an undergraduate course, so it took me 6 years. Wanderluster, how do you store your beloved handbag collection? Basically up on these shelves. XNL NWNG, how do you manage YouTube and medical school? I find it hard to upload videos but keep on track with my studies with great difficulty. Like even now as we speak, I'm supposed to be studying for an exam because I have an exam that I have to do at the end of the month. I was given a whole year to study for it. I'm a bit of a procrastinator, so I'm only doing it now. I always try to prioritize, obviously, my, medical school. So that's why in the last year, was it the last year? No, 5th year of medical school where we were sitting exams, I basically took a bit of a break just to get into studying. Then I took a break for internship because obviously it was a huge change. I needed to sort of get comfortable, and I wanted to really devote myself to medicine at the time just so that I could get a good grasp of everything. So it's hard to juggle both, and I'm not the best example of being able to juggle both, because sometimes I do really get into YouTube and then I end up sort of trailing behind on obviously my medical career. So I'm not the best example. I will link you to Pretty Shiny Sparkly though. She is amazing. She is like Wonder Woman. I don't know how she does it. She seems to be always on top of everything. She makes videos regularly. She's, boss at her job. She's just passed all of her exams, and yeah, she's the complete package. Yeah, if you want total inspiration, go and check her out. Yeah, she's amazing. I want to be like her. Go and check her out. PB Dreams asks, how much does seeing other people's YouTube videos and Instagram photos influence your purchasing patterns? Do you find yourself wanting certain things just because you've seen it on somebody else's channel or feed? I sure do. In any case, I love your style and totally blame you for my ever-growing wish list. Keep up all of the great work. Thank you so much. Firstly, thank you, and secondly, I'm sorry. And thirdly, I am 100% there with you. When I see someone showing, revealing their new bag, or, unboxing a new bag, reviewing a bag, I always get influenced. Like, usually when I like a bag, I already have some predisposition to the bag. So whether I like the look of it, or, I've been looking at it for some time, or that's the first time I've seen it and I fall in love with it, and so just go crazy researching about the item and where to buy it, the price point and everything like that. So I am 100% there with you in terms of how watching YouTube has influenced me. Kind of similar to when I did makeup. Like, I bought so much makeup because of watching other people, and even like buying clothes like last year, no, 2014. And that's kind of, sometimes that's the reason why at one point I decided I didn't want to be on YouTube anymore, because I would see a lot of things, I would want it, and then I would go and purchase it, and then I'd have it and think to myself, this isn't actually what I wanted. So but obviously designer handbags are a lot more expensive than a shirt here, or a blush there, or foundation there. So it's a lot more expensive, so I do try to do a lot more research if I can. It's mainly Instagram, to be honest. That's like, Instagram is like the new blogging world, honestly. So whenever I see something on Instagram, and it's like every time I scroll down that's all I see, I kind of get brainwashed to thinking, I'm gonna have to look into this bag. But at the end of the day, I will only buy a bag if it works for my lifestyle. I don't sort of try to make myself work with that bag. I make it work for me. So if I don't like it, I won't keep it. So that's just my overall principle. And I also have a never-ending wish list, and it's very, very hard to be content when you see everybody else around you buying gorgeous bags. It's just like one of those things, you can never have too many bags. Next, WAU. Hi June, would you be able to do a favorites for accessories, e.g. sunglasses, shoes and watches? I love your style and particularly how you accessorize. That is a great video idea that I will do at one point, so stay tuned for that. And then she posts another one. Can you describe your ideal future home, the fantasy dream one and a realistic one? Ooh, okay. So fantasy dream one would be a cute apartment in like an amazing city like France, one of those gorgeous French apartments overlooking the Eiffel Tower, with a bakery downstairs and groceries downstairs, and in a beautiful alleyway. And I have a bench, I have a veranda that I can sort of perch myself on, drink coffee and post about life or read a book or whatever. And I'll also have like a window pane. The apartment is like airy and dreamy and just beautiful. Yeah, that would be my ideal, my fantasy apartment. My realistic one would probably be a house, because I don't think apartments are very good investments. I think, I'm not 100% sure because I'm not really into like buying houses or whatever yet, but it will probably be a house. Probably be in the suburbs because it'd be too expensive to live in the city, but although that would be so nice. And yeah, probably just be stock standard house. Honestly, I would need to have my own walk-in bedroom, walk-in wardrobe slash bedroom. That's like on top of the list, with my shoes and my bags and my clothes, and when I go in it will be like walking into a shopping department. Then I won't feel like I have to shop all the time. The decor I'm not 100% sure about. Sometimes I sway in between sort of clean, crisp, Scandinavian with a bit of like retro vibes to, you know, this industrial cool with some like cozy vibes. It's hard to explain, but if you guys can picture it, that's what I'm thinking. The last one, Luna Love X3, tips on how to succeed in becoming a blogger. This is funny because I'm not a successful blogger at all. I do have a blog, if you guys didn't know. It's www.heyyyjune.com with 3 Y's, just like this username. I don't think I'm a successful blogger to begin with, because I guess when I visualize a successful blogger, I'm thinking, you know, Song of Style, Crystal Lear, Chiara Ferragni, is it Ferragani? I don't know. Sincerely Jules, those sort of bloggers. Obviously, I like my blog. I really do. I think that I could do a lot more though in terms of stepping it up, but it's hard when you have a full-time job and things like that. So going into sort of blogging, when I decided that I really wanted to do it again, as you guys know, I've had this blog for a while, on and off, here and there. But when I really wanted to sort of go back into it, I knew I wanted to sort of start off fresh on a new domain, and the first thing I did was I purchased a domain name, and I went with a web hosting company and changed my platform from Blogger to WordPress. I don't know, in doing that I did lose a lot of following, I'm not gonna lie, but when I was on Blogger I did get a lot more engagement than I do now. But I'm happier with sort of the blog that I have, because when you're on WordPress you have a lot more control over how your blog looks, and I think ultimately that's what I really wanted to be able to do, to sort of redesign my blog and be happy with how it looks. I wanted it to be a lot more professional. I think if you want to be successful, create a blog that you yourself would read. So the reason I like fashion blogging or fashion bloggers in general is because you see that person and you know that they're just like you. The things that they buy, you can buy. The things that they do, you can do. It's like you can picture yourself doing what they're doing, so it feels more relatable. When something's super edited, super editorial, sometimes you feel like now you're just reading a magazine, and it loses the allure of blogging. For me, this is how I feel. So when I have a blog, I want it to be something that I want to read, I want to sort of subscribe to or follow. So yeah, lots of pictures, lots of good quality pictures, and part and parcel of having good pictures is obviously having a photographer if you can. I have my sister. I don't know what I'm going to do when she's gone, because when I move I'm not going to be able to kidnap her and take her with me, so I'm stuck. But also, you know, a good camera would be nice, and nowadays you can buy DSLR cameras for like less than $500. You can even get like the micro four third cameras. Nowadays they're just as expensive as proper DSLR cameras, but they're nice and compact. They're not, you know, huge. Just having good quality photos would be nice. You can even use iPhones, to be honest. The quality on there is fantastic nowadays. So, you know, don't despair. Just make it clean. So make sure you have good lighting. Make sure you can actually see your outfit. Things like that. Also, just, I guess, make sure you try to be involved, engaged on your social platforms. So try to stay active on Instagram. Have a Facebook page if you can. All of these things, you know, are pretty straightforward. But to be honest, there's no one sort of recipe on how to be successful. I could, you know, go on and on about the theory behind it, but you know, I'm not that successful myself, so I don't know if you want to be listening to me. But yeah, there you go. I don't know if that was helpful. I hope it was. But that is my 5 cents on that little question. I've got a few Snapchats, because I did post on Snapchat that I'd be doing this, so I'll quickly include that while I can. Sheila, Jara, any plans to go to PH? If so, please vlog. No, unfortunately, I don't have any plans to go to the Philippines anytime soon. But yeah, that's it. Really, sorry, no plans. MJ Diaries.
June. Hi, June. How are you liking your bangs right now, or do you like your old hair?
So cute. So I don't know, what do you guys think? I don't mind them. When you don't style them, they look terrible, I'm not gonna lie. I need to sort of style the bangs with a straightener, because my hair is stick straight, so when it dries it's like, so it's like scarecrow hair, it's just like straight like that. So if you want me to do a styling video on how I, you know, style my straight hair, let me know. I think it's nice, it's different. I really like it when you wear like full makeup with it. It just gives you more of a sort of sophisticated, or you know, a bit of a different vibe, but I think it is a little bit more fussy and a little bit more high maintenance, and I don't actually know how long I'll be able to keep this hairstyle up. I am liking it so far. Let me know what you guys think, whether I should keep it or not. I do find that my old hairstyle was a lot more high maintenance, and sometimes I do think I actually look better with my old hair, but as I've mentioned time and time again, I wanted something a little bit different, so that is why I have this. So that is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope I'm able to edit it and upload it as soon as I can. I had a lot of fun filming this. Let me know if you want me to film another one, and I will do so, and I promise I will actually try and do it as, you know, as soon as I can. Or if you want me to make this a monthly thing as well, let me know. I would love to do it. I really do enjoy answering questions from you guys. But I'm going to leave it there. Give this a big thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Subscribe if you haven't already. I try to make videos every week. I do try. I promise I do try. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys are having a fantastic week or weekend, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Oh, and you know what, before I go, I will just jump on here and let you guys know that the lipstick I'm wearing, because everyone asks every time I wear this, even though I mentioned it in 1,000,001 videos, but it is the Jazzy collection. This is what it looks like. Kiss Proof Lip Gloss, and this is in LKP 05. That is what it looks like, folks. Okay, so I answered that question. Do not ask me that question in the comments. If you do, I don't know what I would say. Oh, and if you want to know where I got this choker, I got this from Topshop as well. Bye.